Bitcoin and the crypto market at large had suffered outflows that coincided with the massive sell-offs that rocked the market. This contributed to the downtrend that saw Bitcoin touch towards 6-month lows, while investors who had gotten into the market later suffered massive losses. This outflow trend is beginning to reverse so as Bitcoin and other digital assets begin to record inflows after a long drought. The past week for Bitcoin has been an encouraging one. The digital asset is nowhere near its previous highs but had managed to recover from its recent lows. It had run up to $38,000 once again, reinstating some level of faith back in the market. On the institutional investors' side, this trend, albeit a bit slower, is the same as investors begin to gradually move back into the cryptocurrency. Related reading: Bitcoin funding rates remain negative for more than a week. In the latest CoinShares report, we see that Bitcoin has begun to record market inflows once more. This is a deviation from the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022, where outflows reached record highs. Greatly impacted by the minutes released by the Fed, Bitcoin alone had recorded outflows to the tune of $107 million in a single week, setting a new record. However, in the past 2 weeks, the tide is turning towards inflows, as CoinShares reported the first week of inflows after massive outflows. This past week continues to mirror this trend as inflows have continued. Inflows to Bitcoin were reported to total $22 million for last week. A small number compared to what had become the norm by the third quarter of 2021, but a reassuring figure nonetheless. It's a step up from last week when BTC's total crashed to a 6-month low of $29 billion. Altcoins have not mirrored this movement of Bitcoin this time around. Instead, altcoins continue to bear the brunt of the market onslaught as outflows continue to be the order of the day. Leading altcoin Ethereum has now marked its 8th consecutive week of inflows. In this time period, the altcoin has seen a total of $272 million flow out of the week, marking some of the highest negative sentiment towards the digital asset.